Kim Soo-hyun stood silently as his classmates bullied him while mockingly criticizing modern webtoons. Their hypocrisy was evident as they denied being bullies while actively choking him. After they left, Kim remained rooted to the spot, lost in thought. He wished desperately that his life could mirror the web novels and RPG games he loved so much. The idea of earning instant rewards by completing quests appealed to him more than anything. In his desperation, he called out for a quest window repeatedly, but nothing happened. The harsh reality of his world crashed down upon him once again, reminding him that he wasn't living in a web novel. Suddenly, as if answering his prayers, a blue light materialized before his eyes. To his astonishment, a quest window appeared right in front of him. Kim stared at the window, his mind racing with possibilities. The window presented him with a choice to start a quest, leaving him with an important decision. In Kim's world, society was divided into two classes, insiders and outsiders. The insiders were the proactive members of society, while the outsiders were the outcasts. Kim preferred the term outsider to loser, though he counted himself among them. Throughout class, he obsessively opened and closed the quest window. He questioned whether this was reality or merely a dream born from his imagination. Eventually, everything felt too real to ignore, and Kim decided to activate the quest. Without hesitation, he clicked yes. The quest window vanished without any fanfare, and Kim suddenly realized he had accidentally poked Baek Chaerin, his female classmate, in the belly. She responded with a sharp slap and ordered him to fetch her a sandwich from the stall. When Kim questioned why she couldn't get it herself, she reminded him of her Instagram following, claiming her 20+ followers appreciated her legs. She warned that if she injured her legs on the way to the stall, he would be responsible. Knowing he had no choice, Kim complied, internally questioning his existence. He was a man paralyzed by fear, unable to stand up against the injustices he faced. On his way to the stall, his earlier tormentors found him and beat him again. His school day ended as monotonously as it had begun. This was his daily routine, unchanging and oppressive. At home, Kim argued with his mother while mentally apologizing for his behavior. He expressed his desire to drop out of school and start a YouTube channel, but his mother firmly refused. His sister, Kim Da-hyun, mocked him by referencing viral hit, another manhwa by the same author. Frustrated, he retreated to his room, slamming the door behind him. Depression weighed heavily on Kim as he reflected on his bullying-filled school life. Once again, he summoned the quest window and accepted the quest initiation. A tutorial quest appeared, offering a gold card as a reward for apologizing to his mother. While the quest seemed simple, the gold card captured his interest. He imagined selling the card for money. Rushing to his mother, he sincerely apologized for his rudeness. After completing the quest, Kim returned to his room to receive the gold card. To his surprise, it was a giant ability card that would increase his height by 3 centimeters. Using the card immediately, he felt himself grow from 168 centimeters to 171 centimeters. He shared this news with his mother, who had been silently apologizing to him as well. This marked the first time Kim had ever apologized to his mother. The next day, Kim's happiness was evident to everyone around him. His classmates noticed both his improved mood and increased height. As Kim wondered about the possibility of another quest, a new tutorial quest appeared. This one offered both a gold and silver card as rewards, but the task was far from easy. The quest required Kim to kiss Baek Chaerin. When he encountered her, she was about to hit him but stopped, assuming he was a masochist. As she walked away, Kim realized this quest seemed impossible. He considered skipping it, but the quest window warned him that abandoning a quest would result in losing all previous rewards and the quest window itself. Kim found himself trapped between maintaining his newfound height and quest window, and the daunting task of kissing Baek Chaerin. Kim muttered to himself so much that his classmates began to think he had gone mad. Finally, after much deliberation, Kim decided to attempt the impossible task. Later, he found himself brainstorming ways to complete this seemingly impossible quest. Despite Kuza's intimidating appearance, he too was a victim of the school's bullies. Curious about Kim's predicament, Kuza inquired about the kissing situation. Kim asked what Kuza would do if he were tasked with getting a kiss from a girl. Kuza's answer was straightforward. Either ask directly or offer money for a kiss. The idea of paying for a kiss actually seemed reasonable to Kim. He considered borrowing money from Kuza but quickly realized this approach would only damage his reputation further. Kuza advised that getting a kiss required catching the girl alone. This presented a major obstacle, as opportunities to be alone with Choi were rare. Then Kim remembered that Choi always skipped class claiming illness. This could be his perfect opportunity. When Choi awoke from her nap, she questioned Kim's presence during He claimed to be feeling unwell, acutely aware that they were finally alone. Though the perfect chance for a kiss presented itself, Kim remained frozen with uncertainty. Choi playfully ordered him to buy her strawberry milk, not noticing he had already placed one on her desk. As Kim struggled to summon his courage, he finally made a bold decision. He approached her, grabbed the strawberry milk, and took a long drink. After taking a deep sip, he set it down and asked if she had ever kissed anyone. Choi responded sharply, asking if he wanted to go to jail. Kim quickly backtracked, claiming it was just a curious joke. At that moment, Changdong entered the classroom with his phone recording everything. The bullies began their merciless mockery. When Kim demanded they delete the video, Changdong responded with a punch, claiming it was just a joke too. Changdong proceeded to slap Kim and break his glasses. Before Changdong could strike again, Choi intervened, declaring he had gone far enough. She insisted he delete the video. "Of course, ma'am," Changdong replied sarcastically before grabbing his friend's chair and telling Kim to go home early. Kim complied, leaving the classroom in defeat. Back home, Kim huddled in a corner of his room, crying. He cursed himself for attempting something so clearly beyond his reach. Though he could have avoided the beating, his determination had led to complete failure. With his glasses broken and recently replaced, he couldn't bear to tell his mother. As these dark thoughts consumed him, the quest window suddenly appeared. To his amazement, it announced the completion of his quest. The scene shifted back to school, where Choi had just finished the strawberry milk, her lips touching the same straw Kim had used, creating an indirect kiss that satisfied the quest conditions. Though Kim remained unaware of how he'd completed the quest, he eagerly anticipated his new card powers. He promptly asked the system to reveal the cards, and their contents left him stunned. The gold card granted him perfect 20/20 vision. Without hesitation, he activated the card and witnessed its effects firsthand. His joyous laughter filled the room before he remembered the second card. Upon revealing it, he realized its ability far exceeded its silver designation. He went to share the news of his restored vision with his mother, only to find she was working the night shift. During dinner, his sister noticed the marks of violence on his face. Kim dismissed it as roughhousing with friends. She saw through his lie and questioned him about his missing glasses. When Kim claimed his vision had been miraculously restored, she dismissed it as impossible. Dahyun then demanded he ignore her at school, embarrassed to be known as the sister of a constant bullying victim. The next day at school, Changdong subjected Kim to another brutal beating. As class was about to begin, the bullies returned to their seats. Kuza apologized for not helping, but Kim reminded him of their mutual agreement. Neither would interfere when the other was being beaten. At lunchtime, the bullies surrounded Kim once again. One of the bullies threw his cigarette on the ground. He ordered Kim to pick it up, but before Kim could grab it, his sister appeared and questioned his actions. Kim froze, struggling to think of an excuse. Changdong approached and asked about the girl. Kim reluctantly admitted she was his sister. Changdong explained that Kim was just picking up the cigarette to hide evidence of smoking. The bullies left, but Changdong's gaze lingered on Dahyun as she headed to the washroom. He demanded Kim introduce him to his sister. Innocent Kim tried deflecting the conversation, asking why Changdong wanted to meet her. Changdong's crude response about finding her tasty shocked Kim. Suddenly, a warning voice addressed Changdong from the toilet. It was Kuza, declaring Changdong had crossed a line. Changdong responded by punching Kuza in the face. He continued beating Kuza, angry about being startled from behind. Kim, filled with rage, provoked Changdong by calling him a vulgar name. Changdong turned to Kim, approaching menacingly. As Changdong prepared to strike, Kim landed a perfect jab to his face. This was the silver card's ability in action, the skill of throwing a precise boxing jab. In that moment, Kim decided to change his life. He realized he couldn't continue living as a victim. Simultaneously, a new quest appeared. The reward for defeating Choi Changdong was a silver and bronze card, plus mastery of the first jab. The quest had automatically initiated when Kim's desire transformed into action. There was no turning back now that he had struck Changdong. Changdong stood stunned, clearly not expecting such boldness from Kim. While Changdong struggled to regain his balance, Kim struck again. This second hit broke Changdong's last shred of restraint. Changdong attempted to retaliate but received another jab instead. Kim continued throwing punches until Changdong collapsed unconscious. As Kim caught his breath, Kuza grabbed his hand. They fled to an empty area outside school grounds. Changdong regained consciousness and began hunting for Kim with his fellow bullies. Kim noticed his jab proficiency had increased to 97 points after the fight. When Kuza asked about his fighting skills, Kim claimed he learned from YouTube. As Kim attempted to examine his new cards, Baek Chaerin and her friends interrupted. She informed him about students searching for him throughout the school. Though she advised him to leave early, some bullies discovered him first. Kim resolved to end this quickly, hoping to avoid Hajuan, the feared boxing champion of West Gangbuk High School. But fate had other plans as Hajuan himself appeared. He confronted Kim about beating Changdong. Kim explained that Changdong had threatened his family. Hearing this, Hajuan challenged Kim to hit him. Kim hesitated, knowing he faced a lose-lose situation. Hajuan promised to let him go free if he landed a hit. Kim decided to use his new cards, the silver card for strength recovery and the bronze card for voice amplification. Dismissing the useless voice enhancement, Kim activated the recovery ability. He attempted to strike Hajuan with his jab. To Kim's shock, Hajuan dodged effortlessly. Kim launched a series of attacks, but Hajuan evaded them all before sending Kim flying with a single punch. When Kim regained consciousness, he prepared himself for more punishment. Instead, Hajuan surprisingly invited him to smoke. Kim followed in confusion. He trailed behind Hajuan, uncertain of his intentions. When offered a cigarette, Kim declined, stating he didn't smoke. Hajuan asked for his name and apologized for hitting him despite his earlier promise. He explained it had been a reflex action. Hajuan praised Kim's skills, noting they exceeded his expectations. He recognized Kim's natural talent for boxing. Kim remained bewildered by this turn of events. Even at home later, the confusion lingered in his mind. Changdong finally stopped slapping Kim, leaving him to ponder about Hajuan. The feared leader had proven surprisingly polite, contrary to his fearsome reputation. Hajuan had even apologized to him, defying expectations. Kim contemplated the purpose behind these quests and their rewards. Until now, he had only completed tutorial quests, making him curious about main quest rewards. The next day at school, Kim expected immediate violence but was surprised when nothing happened. Instead, Changdong approached with a message. Hajuan wanted to meet after school. Fearing for his life, Kim sought Kuza's advice. Kuza warned that skipping the meeting would only bring worse punishment tomorrow. Heeding his friend's words, Kim went to meet Hajuan at a karaoke place. He found Hajuan at the center of attention, surrounded by the school's popular crowd. Baek Chaerin was among them. Hajuan declared Kim his friend and requested a song. Not wanting to disappoint, Kim used his high-pitched ability to sing. His performance astonished everyone. They hadn't expected such talent. The group enthusiastically demanded another song. Kim realized Hajuan had genuinely accepted him as a friend. Joy filled him as he concluded the rumors about Hajuan's cruelty must be false. The next morning, Kim felt unprecedented happiness going to school. It marked the first time he'd ever felt such excitement about attending. He took comfort in knowing the bullying would stop. If anyone tried, he could report them to Hajuan. He could even protect Kuza now, all thanks to the quests. At the school entrance, he met Hajuan and they walked in together. Suddenly, the quest window appeared with a notification. The tutorial phase had ended, main quests were beginning. These would offer platinum cards as rewards. Kim's initial excitement turned to dread when he saw the challenge. The quest demanded he defeat Hajuan within 3 days. Noticing Kim's strange behavior, Hajuan asked if something was wrong. Kim remained silent, overwhelmed by the task of defeating the undefeated leader. He spent the entire day obsessing over the quest. Defeating Hajuan seemed impossible. At lunch, as Kim sat with Hajuan and Kuza, he had an idea. He could simply give up his quest life. With Hajuan considering him a friend, he was safe from harm. His school life had become comfortable, eliminating the need for quests. Skipping this quest meant preserving his newfound happiness. Any attempt would likely fail and damage his relationship with Hajuan. These optimistic thoughts shattered when Kim witnessed Hajuin violently beating Changdong against a wall. Hajuin's expressionless face during the assault chilled Kim to the bone. Choi casually mentioned this was Hajuin's daily routine. Changdong had failed to collect enough protection money from the students. All the bullies' extortion payments went directly to Hajuin. This harsh reality struck Kim hard. When he questioned Hajuin's kindness toward him, the answer was simple: his boxing skills. The revelation hit Kim like a truck. He lived purely on Hajuin's mercy. Abandoning the quest would strip him of his abilities. His life would become even more miserable once Hajuin discovered he could no longer fight. That evening, Kim practiced jabs in the park. He had resolved to complete the quest, knowing surrender would lead to a fate worse than before. While resting and strategizing on a park bench, some students approached. They requested taxi fare, but quickly revealed themselves as extortionists. When Kim claimed he had no money, they attacked. He countered with a jab to their leader's face. His skill rank increased from F to E as he landed the hit. His second punch felt noticeably faster and stronger. As their leader Sankyol collapsed, the system generated a new side quest. The challenge before Kim was straightforward: defeat 5 opponents to earn a silver card. However, this quest contained a hidden condition. Though it was a side quest that could be skipped, Kim found himself unwilling to back down. Despite his fear, he steeled himself to face the opponents before him. As the side quest initiated, Kim committed himself to victory, regardless of the odds. He was prepared to fight all 5 opponents if necessary. The leader threw another punch, but Kim countered with his jab before it could land. This time, the leader didn't rise. He had been knocked unconscious. The other 4 bullies reacted as if their leader had died. For a terrifying moment, Kim feared the same. One of them eventually confirmed that their leader had merely fainted from the jaw strike. Though relieved, Kim now faced the remaining 4 opponents. Knowing he couldn't fight them all at once, he sought tactical advantage. Kim spotted a cramped space near an electrical pole. It was perfect. The narrow space would force them to approach one at a time. After the chase, Kim felt his exhaustion mounting. The bullies sensed his fatigue and moved to capitalize on it. But Kim still had one trump card: the Bean of Recovery ability. He activated it and defeated the second bully with a series of precise jabs. One by one, Kim defeated all 5 opponents. Not only did he complete the sub-quest, but he also fulfilled its hidden condition. The secret requirement had been to avoid taking any hits, which Kim had managed perfectly. His reward was a gold card. Kim immediately revealed it, stunned by the ability it granted him. The next day at school, Kim remained troubled by the prospect of fighting Hajuin. He knew he had to win to avoid returning to his previous life of torment. Kuza sat beside him, noticing his distress. When asked what troubled him, Kim mentioned Hajuin's name. Kim suddenly realized that Kuza had been his only consistent ally. He took the moment to properly thank his friend. Just then, Hajuin appeared to take Kim to the snack bar. As they prepared to leave, a student accidentally dropped ice cream on Hajuin. Hajuin grabbed the student's collar, ready to strike. Kim seized this opportunity to provoke Hajuin with a curse. Hajuin questioned if Kim was addressing him. Kim confirmed it with another curse, hoping to initiate the fight. Emboldened by his card abilities, Kim continued his verbal assault. To his surprise, Hajuin merely patted him instead of striking. Hajuin asked if Kim's anger stemmed from seeing his classmate in trouble. Calling Kim loyal, Hajuin insisted on taking him to the snack bar. Kim's provocation had been completely misinterpreted. Soon, rumors spread throughout the school about an impending fight between Kim and Hajuin. Kim sat alone, strategizing how to confront Hajuin. When Kuza inquired about his troubles, Kim only mentioned Hajuin's name. Frustrated by Kim's reticence, Kuza left. Choi approached, asking if he really intended to fight Hajuin. Kim deflected, instead questioning why she associated with Hajuin. She seemed too kind for a bully, having helped him multiple times. Choi explained she felt comfortable around Hajuin. Suddenly, a student rushed to inform Kim of a situation outside school. Kuza had summoned Hajuin through the bullies. Though they mocked him, Hajuin appeared and asked Kuza's purpose. Kuza demanded Hajuin stop tormenting Kim. Hajuin responded by slapping Kuza to the ground. He claimed he was Kim's friend while delivering another punch. Hajuin declared his distaste for people of lower rank who drag others down. He ordered Kuza to stay away from Kim. Kuza stood, declaring that such reasoning couldn't justify true friendship. At that moment, Kim arrived and struck Hajun in the face. He proclaimed that without Kuza, he couldn't have survived the school's harsh environment. A crowd gathered to witness the confrontation between Kim and Hajun. Everyone worried for Kim, seeing the fight as certain slaughter. Hajun asked if Kim truly wanted to fight, having considered him a friend. Kim declared that Kuza was his only true friend at school. Empowered by his new gold card's additional strength, Kim prepared for battle.